Marcos, thank you so much. In this panel, we are going to hear about different success stories. Okay, first of one, we talk about B5 Tech. It's a company who is managing Enrique Serrano. And Enrique or B5 Tech is one company that they enter or they participate in our network, okay, in our mentoring network. And Marcos is one of the mentors who form part of our network. So today I would like to hear about the success story. Maybe Enrique, you can start talking a bit about your company, what are you doing, okay?
Okay, I think we are out of time. We are hungry, so I have to be quickly. We are a really young company, like me, obviously. We are, obviously I'm joking, we are focused on deep technology. So it's quite important to understand this issue for us, because we are working with organic chemistry for batteries, for fuel cells, for supercapacitors, everything related with storage of energy. So our team is young people working with high-level technology, so we don't have enough knowledge, experience, skills regarding products, market, business, and obviously it's really common that a startup is a small company, only a few people, 10 people, 15 people, so it's quite difficult. Also, you don't have money to pay a really good managing director or whatever. So the possibility to have mentors like Marcos, that they have an amazing experience, because experience is money. Experience, time is money, experience is money. Is quite important for the future of company like is our case.
Yes, true. Completely agree.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Marcos, why do you choose this project, or what do you think that you could give to the project? What could? Okay.
Well, I think I could. We had a meeting, and Enrique explained to us what are their needs. So one thing that is very important is that they have a clarity, as he was explaining, on what are the needs or the support that they need. And I understood at that time that my experience in strategy and commercial and business development, based on my experience in multinational companies, also I had been working in management consulting, could be useful for them to give them some guidance, no, some structure, because B5 Tech has very good, or had at that time, very good initiatives, very interesting ideas, some product already in development, and what they really needed was some guidance, some structure, some clarity on where to prioritize these opportunities or these initiatives. So I think I could. We were a team, of course, of mentors, not only my contribution. And what we have tried in these months of working together is to focus on this planning, this prioritization, understanding where they should focus and where they should really put their priorities in place.
Okay, Enrique, and what about the experience of the mentoring process? I think that you were in this process around half a year, more or less, with several mentors. Marcos obviously was in the project.
For us, is a successful story, because our idea is to extend this collaboration. So it's a real issue that one problem for us is too short, because maybe a few months, 6 months, maybe for this, for example, one of the main issues for us for start to work from put a really amazing technology, but go to products. Products is quite different that people are thinking in technology, but we need real products. So spend only a few months maybe is not efficient. After, I don't know how many months, but Marcos has experience. He knows the technology. He knows everything. Also, the team. Now we are in the best moment.
Yes.
So, extend the collaboration is in our opinion, is a really good point.
Okay, yes, I suppose that obviously the main point is that the startup has defined their main needs of mentoring, okay? But maybe, Marcos, on your side, I suppose that there are startups that maybe has defined these mentoring needs, but after that, when you start to work with the founders or the people from the startup, maybe they are not so motivated, maybe the relationship is not so good, like for example, in this case, I don't know if you have some experience in previous cases that maybe you have a mentor with another project, but finally it doesn't work fine because the founders or the people from the company was not really involved in the process.
You're right. I mean, one key success factor is the motivation of the team, that they understand what we can provide to them, what is the value that we can provide to them, and of course that we will be we will ask some tough questions, no? Because again, these startups like B5 Tech have very good initiatives, very good ideas, but you need to bring some structure. You need to really deep into data, no? One of the things that we work very much is how to really estimate what is the potential of all these initiatives, no, in the market, and what is the proposition for the customers. And there you have to really work in depth with the team, no? And from another point of view, because as Enrique was explaining, the team in the company is mainly technical team, focus on the product development, but you have to bring this business perspective and really work on the data, on the market, on understanding what is the customer needing. So you need this motivation and also this teamwork, no? This understanding that you really need to work from a different perspective.
Okay.
Usually, it's not easy for really technical people. Usually, it's not easy to understand the business, the market, the customer requirements.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Okay, and on your side, you say that you want to, or you have extended the collaboration with some of the mentors of the projects. That's because you still have some mentoring needs. And what is the situation of your company at this moment? And what do you expect in the few years?
Okay, we are really happy because after the mentoring, after the other initiative, we are now really focused on one of our technology and only one product. So we expect that to raise enough financial resource to start the industrialization of this project, and after that, the project that we are really happy now because it's a real project. Is the supercapacitor. Supercapacitor is a special technology for electricity, for electrical storage. And after that, because it's quite important, because the markets are quite different. Maybe the technology, the core of the technology is the same, but the application, the market, the final customer are quite different. So for the battery and the fuel cells, after that, we start to think the next step.
Okay, perfect. So we have just 30 seconds because we have Eduardo on the other side, and I would like to hear just one sentence, the same that the last panel, about your case, your experience. What do you summarize, or what is the advice that you could give to another companies?
Oh, only one sentence. I think it's necessary,
Okay.
especially for when you have in the team people that they only understand, math, physics, chemistry, and whatever. So it's necessary. It's the dark side of the life, okay, but it's necessary.
Okay, and on your side, Marco?
Maybe coming back to your point, no, it's very critical that at the management level of the company there is a clear engagement, no, and a clear alignment on what we need to achieve and what needs to be done. That's very important.
Okay, so thank you so much. We move to Eduardo. Well, I look on the screen. Eduardo, maybe you can, Eduardo is the CEO and co-founder from Medixen, and more or less the same. You have heard the questions that I said to Enrique and Marcos, and we would like to know a bit more about your company. What are you doing in this moment, and what were the needs because you entered in the mentoring network, okay?
Thank you for having us here. In Medicine, we're building a non-invasive artificial pancreas for diabetes. The main reason is that I'm a medical doctor, and I was in a consult when a young patient with diabetes said that she didn't want to keep using insulin anymore. And we were shocked, so we invented a small device in the shape of a patch that can deliver drugs through the skin with ultrasound instead of needles, so it's not painful. And the company was founded by 2 telecom engineers and 2 medical doctors, so I also get those business external needs because you have a very technical team that founded the company.
Okay, perfect. And what about your experience in the mentoring process? How many mentors collaborate with you during the process, and how many months do you were in the process?
Well, for us, it has been like more like an ongoing process and relation with Madrimas Dead. We've received a lot of support from you. I remember the initial steps back in 2017 when we started with the mentoring network. It was we were really focused on creating technology, not that much on selling it. And I remember that we even didn't understand why people wouldn't buy our tech. Or our idea, or give us funding. That, like, dude, this is something that the world needs. What happens? And it was partially thanks to the Madrimas de mentoring network that we started to understand how we had to share our vision with the world in order to be able to get funding, attract private funding, because for us it was not like how to sell, because we didn't have anything to sell, and we still don't. We're still in R&D phase. So it was more like how to build a corporate structure that would attract opportunities. And it was really interesting to go through all that process. More than a process is the people that you get from there. I think you have very good professionals in that network, and there is always someone that if you match it on a personal level, will be able to help you.
Yes, sure. I think that that's the key. The most important is the people. For this reason, I think that in this network there is an important filter just to have the best mentors, and obviously to help in the best way to the startups from the community of Madrid. Okay. And what is your situation at this moment? What is how is working the company? What do you expect for the next year?
So we're in a really interesting moment. We were able to raise some funding over the last 12 months. Last year we ended up as the most innovative company in South Summit. So that was kind of a push. And in the tech part, which is the really important one, we're right now focused on finishing all the preclinical evidence prior to jumping into human trials, which, if everything goes according to plan, we'll start next year. And our goal is still the same: put the device in the market in 2023.
Okay, thank you. And just to finish the same, what is your advice about this process? Or what advice could you give to some startups that are heading us?
Well, mine might come as a cliche. I was lucky; I had time to think while the others were talking. It might come as a cliche, but I think it's really important. And for entrepreneurs, most of the times we leave it on a side. And I think that it's equally important to get mentoring support for your company than to get it to work on yourself, because most of the time the entrepreneur is the most forgotten part of that company. And I'm not saying like a one solo founder, but the whole team that needs to kick it up, be pushing, perseverant. You can only do that if you're aligned with your goals, and you can only be aligned if you know them. So it's important to work on oneself. I would say that one, and if I can say the second one, balance short and long term, and that requires training.
Okay, Eduardo, so thank you so much for your apportation too, maybe from your lovely island. We don't have here you, but we know that you are in a really good weather. So thank you, Eduardo. Thank you, Marcos, Enrique, too, for your cooperation in this panel. We are so happy to hear about you and your experience, and we hope that you still grow your companies in the future. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.